Hello! My name is Abe and welcome back to BPM Bullets Per Minute. Looks like my microphone is configured correctly today. We're gonna continue some challenge runs, and I've been thinking we could try Supertime, or we could do another boss rush run. Supertime, I imagine, is gonna be a little bit more frenetic version of full auto. Instead of you being faster, it's everything being faster. Maybe it's only the enemies being faster, I don't know. But why don't we do it, you know? Practice makes perfect, and if this is fast mode with fast music? No. Oh, it's super time! It's super hot watch, is what it is. The animations are very fast for some reason, but what it is that you only move on or near the beat. Kinda like Super Hot Watch. Not Super Hot Watch, well I mean Super Hot Watch from Gungeon, but Super Hot the video game, which I've never actually played before. It's a hard mode run with super time. Okay, I didn't see you. This is exceptionally strange. You know, the interesting thing about this is that it doesn't actually really change the game too much. Maybe makes it a little bit harder to jump up the staircases a little bit, but like, you're already firing and performing your actions on the beat. That part of the game doesn't change. What changes is everything that's in between, the little dodges that you make to go around enemy bullets, and the fact that everything speeds up then slows down. It's really hard to determine timing, but ultimately I think this is not gonna be too bad of a run. We're gonna need one more cent before we can buy a gun. I think the thing is that it's just gonna feel a little awkward. Whoops, right, forgot about that one. You need to know what's happening before it happens, because, you know, like that shot that we dodged and the shot that we got hit by from that enemy, we have a hard time, I say we, which is really me, but I assume we as well, you as well. We have a hard time anticipating things that are happening without just relying on the beat indicator and the dodge indicator. You know, dodge here, dodge here, dodge here. We're gonna go for the shotgun pistol, I think, just for the enhanced damage we get. Let's also spend our key, get an item, find more gold. Actually, not that bad at all to get early. What I like about this run is that it's very strange, and it does change things up for the players and the enemy. And what I like about this is that it actually showcases that the BPM engine is really theoretically, like, actually pretty technologically impressive if it can actually do this and not freak out, you know? Like, it's working totally fine. Like, the engine can speed up and slow down basically at will, and there's seemingly no, like, negative penalties regarding that. So that's very, like, technologically just very impressive. What engine is this game built in? I don't know the answer to that question, but again, it's pretty cool. Might be a little harder to make, like, quick little movements. Like, landing on this might be a little tricky, but you know what? Very good gun. This is Hofjorders? Wow, that came out wrong. Hofjorders, I think? I also find it very funny watching the animations that happen very quickly. The sound effects are also a little bit off sync, might not be the greatest way of describing it, because they are on sync, it's just off sync from what you're used to, right? We will do the challenge room to get money, because there's a lot of good stuff in the shop. So why don't we actually fight the boss first? I feel like that would be good practice for the upcoming arena fight. There's also a chest up there, but I never know how to access that one. It looks a little weird, but... and also, being able to shoot outside of the beat, but only the things trigger on the beat was because of the motion interpolation happening here was very amusing. Anyways, this is a very cool run. Might be another one of those challenge runs that you only ever want to do once, but it's a really good, like, just, I don't know, demonstration of the game and its engine and the fact that it's actually, like, real freaking cool. 1 precision for a key, garbage, but sure, I'll take it. This requires a lot more care than I thought it would, because I have a very hard time understanding what's actually happening in a lot of these rooms. Oh God, let's do it. I don't know, did that make that room actually easier for me? Because we handled it flawlessly somehow. I love there being actual HP there. I'm actually impressed that I survived this, because this wasn't a very sloppy, this wasn't a very, very, very sloppy wave, but it worked, I guess. And I'm realizing now that there is a very small advantage to this challenge, which is that because everything pauses, you do have a split second where you can plan your actions. You know, if everything pauses and it only moves on the half beats, then you can think to yourself, when do I actually need to move? When do I need to dodge? So maybe that's to our benefit here, I don't know. But let's go back to the shop. We're gonna buy the max HP upgrade, the key, the heals, and we've got a very good start to the run here. We're gonna get more gold as time goes on. We have the armor, so we're gonna take less damage. It's hard mode, not hellish. So the armor item is actually worth more. It reduces damage by a flat 10, which means that on hellish difficulty, enemies that do 50 do 40. Speed up or range up. We don't need a range up with this weapon right now, so let's not worry about that. I'm just buying the key so we can move on. Like, even the torchlight here is affected by the modifier. It's not just the important physics things, it's the additional physics that you get from this, which makes it really cool. Even like the laser light going up from that chest, the same thing. This is really cool. Again, very technologically impressive, I think. It's a good visual experience, even if it's exceptionally difficult to understand what the hell's happening half the time, but that's just BPM in a nutshell. It shoots the full ammo very quickly there, doesn't it? Doesn't it? Let's do it. Right. I know this guy. It's actually very hard to aim, I'm realizing. Also, I keep walking backwards. Is this vengeance? It's vengeance, I think. Which is why I was having a bit of a hard time there. That makes sense. Okay. Whatever, we only took 17 damage somehow? There we go. The novelty of this run is starting to wane a little bit. I kind of just want my normal like movement back, but you know, we only gotta do it once, man. It's a surprising theme amongst these challenges, you know, of oh god, just get through it once. But you know, we'll get there. Generate a chest. That's a very powerful item. I've only ever used it once because I haven't played that character again. I won the run using the chest item here. I haven't needed to go back. Another thing about this run in particular is that it is very much incentive. It doesn't require you to have incredible knowledge of the game, but it really does help. Yeah, we saved 10 HP on that. It really does help to understand what the enemies are doing, when they're gonna attack. Oh my god, I'm starting to actually get a little bit like nauseous on this run. That's another like surprisingly noticeable thing from other runs of this as well. Sometimes it just doesn't feel good. But yeah, you want to know. Oh, sorry, I'm trying to like actually get my train of thought out here, but I'm starting to feel a little bit weird. You need to know what the enemies are going to be doing because there's less time to react on the beats, even if there's more time to react in the middle of the beats because everything pauses. If something fires a fast projectile, you need to know it's coming, and it's really hard to make little dodge motions, like to get behind a wall, because you might overshoot it since all of that movement, anytime you're moving faster than normal, and when you're stationary, you're slower than normal, but they even each other out to give you normal movement in theory. I don't know, it's very strange. Even climbing up those stairs backwards was a little awkward. But that's okay. That was a corpse. I kind of don't want to... What was the extra thing in this room? I'm missing something. There it is. I kind of don't want to move too much if I can avoid it, I think. Shield regeneration is really nice. We'll almost certainly just buy that right now. What I like about shield regen is that you don't have to be stationary. That's gonna save us a lot of HP, especially considering we had armor, but now that I would prefer to have this over armor for certain, because now we can do stuff like this. In theory, it might also make it easier to hit enemies if they're stationary. Oh, that was loading in. If they're momentarily stationary, but I don't know. You know, we'll figure it out as we go. I think that the damage upgrade we've been purchasing, or the damage upgrades we've been purchasing, means that now I can kill those small jumping spiders in one hit, which is really nice. All right. That looked so weird. Durr, durr. All right, let's go fight this mini boss. I'm sure we can do it with the HP we have. See, things like that are kind of more difficult to dodge because visually, I didn't really get that much of a tell on it before it happened. I heard the sound effect happen and I could see the jump indicator, but I couldn't really see what the enemy was doing because, you know, he is frozen. And then speedy up. And then when he's going fast, it's hard to see what his animation is because he's fast. All right, come on. It feels like everything is super slow because of all of this pausing that's happening, but it's not. I'm traveling at, I think, the same speed I would normally be traveling at. It's just that the time keeps warping. But in a room like this, you know, it's wide open. I'm not hiding behind anything. It actually feels smoother than it would otherwise be. I felt like that was a very good room for us. Finish off low health enemies, auto aim, leg creep. Auto aim might be nice, but it would replace reflect damage, which is not that meaningful. It also costs us 50 health, so. Well. Wasn't a bad room. Did give me a little bit of an idea, a further idea of what's actually happening, you know, when it's a large room like this and you can see what's going on. And I'm starting to understand that I'm having a hard time myself understanding what's happening in rooms because there's no continuous motion. You know, I see an enemy, but I don't, in the moment I'm looking at them, I don't see them actually moving, so I don't know what they're about to do or where they're heading. I just see that there's an enemy there. Like, I see a spider, I don't know what the spider is doing. Mark for death. Not bad. Well, I feel dizzy after this room. However, I'm gonna keep the gun that we were using. I like the weapon. It's got range. It'll kill enemies in a single hit for the most part. I'm gonna say no to the shotgun. There we go. It is, what I find particularly interesting is that I think I am actually doing mark for death, dodging, and reloading more, and dashing more, because every beat is like emphasized. Like, you know when the beats are happening, and you know you only have one action per beat, instead of the continuous movement that you, the player, are performing and the continuous music happening. Well, I mean, the music isn't speeding up and slowing down, thankfully. But because everything is so incentivized, I want to spend every action that I have every time I have the ability to do it, and it's incentivized. It's a little clearer to me when I can act. Like that, even something like that. Reload, jump, reload, dash. Like, it felt a lot more natural just because everything is so pronounced. All the beats are pronounced. It's very, very interesting. Now, still maybe a little hard to actually understand what's happening. You know, still maybe a little bit difficult, but fun, kind of. In a, I hope you don't get motion sick sort of way. Yeah, I should maybe put a little warning at the beginning of this video. Warning, you might get motion sick when you watch this. I apologize, but that's the challenge, mate. Instantly convert shields to health. We have 1 luck, but we have 45 cents. So we should try to get more shields, and then we'll grab that. Actually, we could grab this too, but I guess there's not really a huge point. Yeah, we should do this first. For that reason. Wow. That might be the best result I've ever had on that with 1 luck. What the heck? Dude, we got so much value from that. That's absurd. We're gonna get 100 HP just immediately. And then we still have the shield coming back. Well, that was fantastic. I want that too. In fact, maybe we could take it now that we have a lot more health, but I don't want to lose the health permanently. And Dragon Skin is still a very good item to have. Well, we definitely took some hits on that one, lost a little bit of health, but that's fine, you know? We're not losing permanent health, we're just losing the health until we get another heal later. My coffee has finally cooled down enough that I can actually drink it. It was super hot earlier, which means it was perfect. Always gotta check up here. He jumped off the railing to try to get me. Oh my god. They've learned to fly. I have a ton of keys. Alrighty then. And this is one reason why I really like having that regenerating shield. You know what, we do shotguns all the time. We don't use this rifle that often. Mostly it's just when we're using, again, I think it's Herfioder. I think it's Herfioder, yeah. It's in the wall. I thought I heard another spawner. Sometimes it's a little hard to aim too, but maybe not. What? All right, I think I'm not gonna use the minigun because that is very strange. Ow. Okay, that's all right. We can afford to take the hit. Not a huge problem. We might take a different weapon, but it really does depend on what shows up. I don't really want to take a rocket launcher. I will get all of this though. I mean, this rifle, it's more than good enough for the whole run. I still don't know how I feel about this, but oh, no, I'm gonna keep the rifle. Even though it is cool, we'll keep the rifle. We've got decent range, so that double shotgun actually does seem like it might be pretty good for us right now, but we don't need it. I do like having a little bit of just like pinpoint accuracy at range that I know is gonna one-hit something. We'll get fluffy, which with the double shotgun is pretty interesting, I'm gonna admit. Dude, we have 300 HP. We can take hits, you know, this is not a, you can't take any damage character. We're fine. That's fluffy, by the way. Reloading empowers your next shot. Take the quest, generate a chest. Ooh. Why not take the quest? We have 300 HP. Getting regen on a floor means that we would, we'll probably be able to never die. You know, the quest is just such an insanely overpowered item. We'll just make sure we have it for the dragon fight. That's my thinking anyways. All right. Critical multiplier, no thanks. I really like Fluffy. Terrible name for an item that makes your opening shot do an incredible amount of damage and almost one-shot things, but effective. I just want to check out the final room over here. Might as well, right? Kind of hoping for something like this, actually. I didn't say it, but we already found the challenge room. Having another bank means, hey, more opportunity to deposit cash. And you know what? Generate luck, lose health. Yeah. Actually, we should let the armor come back and then pop it again. then it's just literally free luck. Why not? I'm gonna get... we don't need to worry about it. It's gonna do one more. Well, what I like about this is that A, it's free. But now we have no chance of finding luck upgrades as we progress. All of the bowls are gonna be for other stats. Like ability. Well, that one would have already spawned there, but you get the idea. I just wanted to hold it for a minute. I wanted to hold the gun. All right, I know who you are. I know who you are. It's hard to lie. I like that on these challenges. I find it a little interesting on these challenges that you never get the actual intro for the levels that has the text fade in. It's so easy to overshoot anything. That was actually a remarkably easy room. Sometimes this room is just overwhelmed with enemies. But not today, I see. I can't believe I missed the first mark for death. Again, you know, ultimately it doesn't matter because we didn't actually lose any health on the room. We tanked the shot on the shield, but it was funny to get hit regardless. So one more life, I think. Cooldown, no, generate shield when still. Cooldown reduction, a key, some health. Unnecessary. Didn't know that guy could get stuck on a wall like that. Hello. Tons of little imps and explosions. Just a completely normal room. That is very interesting, double time reload. I guess with double time reload, we're kind of okay with it. We don't need the gold at this point. We have 41 right now. We're not gonna be spending it, so sure, double time reload. This room, this is what I'm talking about, where I'm talking about hard to make really tiny movements. Okay. Actually, we have max luck. Well, there's a lot of health. If things go very wrong, we can come back and heal. Oh, time for a drink. Does that guy have tentacles coming out of his head? It looks like, yeah. It looks like he has the sun scarab on from Dark Souls 1, the final part of Sunbro's quest. You can find him in the Demon Ruins or whatever the heck it's called, with that sun medallion on his head. That's what it looks like. Luck up on floor completion. Hey, I don't need any more luck. What we can do is get rid of our scroll, since we don't need Mark for Death anymore. Actually, Snipe is not bad. It is just a lot of damage. I can take it. Having a hard time tracking enemies sometimes due to their movement. Oh, hold on. Why not? We lose like 10 armor, who cares? Dude, ah! I saw the rock coming in slow motion. I couldn't do anything about it. Dude, Snipe does so much damage. It's really good. That's a little rough. I love weapons like this that have such good range. It is so good. We're gonna activate the quest. We should be able to get it recharged before the final boss. Now, I can do some exploration if I have to, but I really wanted the extra stats, so why not? And here, already maxed damage, so we'll get clipped. I have a feeling that this weapon might actually be more damage than the current weapon that we have because it fires faster and it has a 1-beat reload as opposed to a 3. Well, a one reload as opposed to a 3 reload. This just does massive damage, but it's so damn hard to hit with. On shielders especially. I guess we have Snipe for that, but I really want that weapon. What I would love is maybe to grab a hold 2 weapons. Because then I could actually hold it without worrying about it getting me killed. Maybe I worry about it too much though. Deals percentage damage. Well, if we want it later, we can grab it. That explains how I got shot. Just didn't look behind me, but that's okay. That's why we love having this regenerating shield. Without having more shield, you know? If we have 25 shield, that's the free hit we can take. How did that enemy die? He shattered, but I didn't hit him on that beat. I hit him earlier. Maybe the fluffy shot applies a damage over time effect? That would be kind of cool. If so, that's yet another reason to have that item. That's really, really strong. Right now, I have penetrating shots. We don't need pure goodness. I could drop penetrating shots in order to take that, in order to test whether or not Fluffy does damage over time, but I guess I could do that on a boss fight just by shooting and then waiting. Because if that's the case, Fluffy is, you know, growing in my power rankings, let's say. It's such a good item. And that wasn't that bad at all. We're so close to finishing off the floor. Let's do the last remaining couple of rooms, just see what we get. Items, you know. By the way, that skull did not hit me. It might have looked like it hit me, but it did not hit me. We're also not done yet. Oh. Dumb imp. Jump up. I do like that, but the shield regen's nice. We could probably afford to drop shield regen. We're pretty late in the run. We got full health. But, you know, why? Tumble when firing, that would actually be really funny because since we only move on the beat and we only shoot on the beat, this would give us a lot of free movement whenever we shoot, which will be almost all the time. Well, it'll be every other beat because we have to manually, you know, cycle the weapon. I still don't want it, but it would be very hilarious. Because we wouldn't easily notice when it happens, I think, due to the fact that everything is already just moving quickly on the beats. Whatever, let's get out of here. Critical hits deal damage over time. Whoops. That's what caused the DOT to that enemy, I think. What I find interesting is the idea that I hit him critically from the front? Specifically, it's the enemies that sound like glass when they shatter. You can only hit them from behind. Did I crit him in the head and that did damage over time and that's what actually killed him? Interesting. It's an interesting thought. I saw the hand in the middle of this room. I'm not gonna jump over there though. I saw the hand though. The enemy that's at the top of the tower. The castle, rather, when you get that on like floor 1. I've only ever seen pit and castle on floor 1. Yeah, I'm noticing it more and more as time goes on, but I'm able to see the enemies. You know, like I'm seeing the skeleton in the weird, you know, tube that comes up out of the ground and spits those screaming skulls. Like I can see them clearly. I can see clearly now, cause the game. Frame rate is so effed up. More specifically, it's everything's stationary, I can see it. You know, nothing's moving around a lot. I'm not like, woo, freaking out as much. I can see what the enemies are looking like. This guy. The Servant of Darkness. I will forever remember that name because he killed me once on a Sangrita run. did I do that flawlessly? It was so sloppy, but I'm gonna say it, even though I've said it 10 times already, it's so damn interesting. You can see the bullets being shot, you can kind of tell what the patterns are, because everything is stationary. You get like snapshots of what's actually happening, and you can kind of, in your head, this is gonna be very nerdy, but in your head you can do a little bit of mental screenshot differentiation. You can take the diff of the two images that you're getting in your head, and you're like, oh, there's 3 bullets coming at me right now, and I can tell that they came from that one enemy because they're kind of split apart. It's so weird. But also so cool. We're going to lock in 150 more health. So we'll have 375 HP. We're gonna have the quest active. We're not gonna lose this run. Actually, well, let's do this, then do this, then heal it up. 400 HP, huh? It's pretty good. Some enemies, I think, are a little bit harder to follow, like these ones, because they're so fast, but that's okay. I think that worked? I don't know. It definitely felt sloppy, but you know, we lived, who cares? Supertime. It's super time, everybody! Oh my god, the health is insane. Also, let's get that quest up. Unless we're gonna swap, we don't have any like full, we don't have any like pure goodness or anything. So yeah, just give me a quest, and then we're out. Healing's active. We're missing only 1 stat of precision. I don't know how you didn't die in 1 shot to my weapon, but... Oh, this'll look weird. I'm noticing that... And I kind of noticed it earlier in the challenge room. The expanding circles, well, spheres, they travel at normal speed. I guess the idea is that it would be maybe a little bit too confusing if they were going at a slow speed. Yeah, whatever. I don't even think it mattered if we took the damage. I don't even know if we lost health. I think the shield came back, but there you go. Super time completed as a challenge mode run. It started to feel more natural as time went on, but at least to start with, it was very distracting. But once I got more comfortable with it, it did become better. Not quite as nauseating as I thought it would be, but interesting run, fun run. Probably wouldn't do that challenge again. Definitely one that you just kind of do just to do it. No shop or treasure. That one doesn't seem too bad. You can still get items from other sources, like from challenge rooms. You just can't get any heals from the shop or keys, and the treasure room on a floor is not amazing. But by treasure, I assume it means the item room, the treasure room of the floor. Pistol only kind of sucks, but you can still get equipment to make your run better. I feel like pistol only might be a good practice for boss rush, and then after that it's just seeds and then mega boss rush. For now, for everyone out there on YouTube, thank you very much for watching. Like the video if you've enjoyed it, subscribe for more, check me out on Twitch for when I go live, support the channel at the various links below in the video description, and I hope to see you here again for the next round of BPM Bullets Per Minute.